What is fear? Fear is what a person experiences when their life is being threatened. It's a normal human response, and it often keeps us out of danger and saves us. But what about living in constant fear? And what about for Christians who believe in an almighty and all-powerful God? Is it right for us to live in fear? Welcome to Divine Dialogues. Go with me in your imagination to the Sea of Galilee. Jesus is with his disciples. They have set sail onto the sea. Night is coming, and Jesus is just exhausted from a long day's labor. He falls fast asleep. Now, as Jesus is sleeping, this terrible storm just hits the boat, and the disciples are running frantically, trying to save their lives and brave the storm. Finally, one of them remembers that Jesus is there with them, and they wake him up and they cry out to him, "Master, carest not that we perish?" I've been reading a book, Desire of Ages. It's one of my favorite authors, and there's a comment from this story where it says, when Jesus was awakened to meet the storm, there was no fear in look or in his words, for there was no fear in his heart. Now you might be thinking, well, that's because Jesus is divine. He's the Son of God. Of course, he's not going to be fearful of a storm. No. Jesus laid his divine power aside, and he lived like a human being. But his faith was firmly rooted in God. See, Jesus had that habit of seeking communion with God and filling his mind, filling his heart with the promises and the assurances of God's care over his life. And that banished any sense of fear. I think we can have this experience as well. I think we need this experience because there's so many things in this life, in this world that we face on a daily basis, just things that happen, and they are constantly trying to draw us out into fear. But if we, like Jesus, learn how to spend that time with God early in the morning, communing with God, filling our minds with the promises and the assurances. You know, there's so many verses where God tells us, "Fear not, for I am with you." If we can learn that lesson of trust, our life would be so different. And that's my invitation for you. Seek God early. Seek to fill your mind and your heart with the promises that will banish any fear from our hearts, so that no external situation can awaken fear in us.